Howdy everyone, I'm Flex Dynamo, and today we're going to start a new playthrough of Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. I plan on playing a Pyromancer build. If you like this video and want to see more, feel free to hit the like and subscribe button. So I will be playing on hard mode, Grim Darkness mode. So this might be a very short playthrough, but it'll be fun. It'll be fun. So to start off, we're just going to use this. He has a nice chainsaw, and going to be a guy. Pretty nice nose, very thin, of course African American. Hair, pointy eyebrows. Oops. That's eyebrow color. Where's hair color? Nice thick beard. Thought my skin tone. Am I blind? I'm going blind today. Thought there was a okay. I don't know what that was about, but okay. No scars. Maximum for the Emperor. I kind of like these. This will go pretty well. Oops, this one. This one. That one. A little. I'm blinking. There we go. All right.
Excellent, master.
Let's go daring. All right. With that out the way, for this specific build, I think both Death World and Hive World are very good options, as I will be going, or not Hive World, Forge World, as I will be going into Pyromancy, a crit-based Pyromancy build. Death World gives lifetimes of scars, which I can take reduced fire damage from that, and Brutal Hunter, which gives crit. Forge World similarly also gives reduced fire damage taken for when we eventually light ourselves on fire with this specific build. But the reason why I'm going to go Forge World instead of Death World is I can get locomotion systems, which will give us a little bit more dodge and some movement speed, which will make us a little bit more defensive, and because we'll be starting out as a melee class, this will let us approach enemies or run from enemies a lot faster. And of course it's Pyromancer build. We could have did either Biomancer or Sanctic instead for this build. Sanctic would be less damage over time and more willpower based damage. Biomancer, same build. We're eventually going to spec into Biomancer. But Pyromancer gives us a little bit more options in the early game than Biomancer does. And for this one, it's a little bit of a wash since we aren't going to spec into any fellowship or intelligence. I am going to go with Lower Xenos because it'll just give us the largest bonus after the end, because I think we already have penalties to fellowship. We don't have as many penalties to int. I think our homeworld even gives us an int bonus. Yep, int bonus, penalty to fellowship. So Apex of Brilliance is the best one out of options we aren't going to be using at all. Then for our Grim Portents, we do have some bonuses to int. So guess perception is what we pick. I really hate losing the perception there, but the other characters in the party should be able to make up for this lack of awareness from the main character. And as a Pyromancer, I think one of the best classes that, well, not one of the best, but a class that pairs very well into it is Executioner. So in order to go Executioner, we have a couple different options. We have Blade-Dancer, Operative, or Warrior. I'm going to go Blade-Dancer because it gives us the ability Death from Above, which will give us a lot of free attacks anytime we kill an enemy, and it also gives us Blade Dance, which scales heavily off of our agility, which will be our main attribute that we'll be focusing on since our Forge World Origin also gets some pretty nice bonuses from agility. So we're melee Pyromancer. Because we're a Pyromancer, most of our damage is going to come from our willpower bonuses. Agility is the rest of our bonuses, and so we can actually hit things. Weapon skill. Early game I'll be focusing on leveling up agility, then willpower and weapon skill, although the first point might just go into willpower to round that out to a nice 5 characteristic bonuses. And let's call this B. Oh, I can't spell today. I cannot spell today. So, there we go. And the main character we're going to call as a Pyromancer, we get the ability Ignite, which gives us a damage over time ability that scales off our willpower. This is going to be our primary damaging ability at the beginning of the game. Alright, so let's get started.
An excellent place for contemplation. One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity.
Since this probably isn't going to be my only playthrough from this, and let's kind of skip through this.
My apologies. I did not seek you out to pest. Allow me to introduce
I have
you.
no idea.
I am afraid I wouldn't be able to hide my familiarity with
I have
who you
no
are
intention of
and where
introducing
you come
myself.
from, no matter how respectful I try to be of you and your wishes. After all, it is my primary duty to be well informed. Moreover, whatever bloodline name you used before, it no longer matters much. I will be frank with you. You may forget your past titles, no matter who gave them to you, or what their origins are. From the moment you and the other candidate were brought aboard this void ship, your fate changed. You now serve Lord Captain Theodora von Valencius, and carry the burden of an heir of this house. Henceforth, you share your dynastic name with her ladyship. Bear it with honor.
I assume you had some goal in mind when you decided to seek me out. Let us address it.
But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora. I imagine you have many questions for your patroness, and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far. The Lord Captain and Master Ethelthred von Valencius are conversing on the observation platform. Let us join them there.
Let's see this through.
We'll just kind of run through here.
One of the von Valencius trophy rooms. Perhaps you would like to take a look around after your audience with the Lord Captain.
What's happening? Run! The servitors have gone berserk! Looks like we have a problem on our hands.
So we start our first battle here. Yeah, we got ambushed on my position for this fight. Doesn't really matter. Main thing is just making sure I don't get too close. Now, one of the things I like about Ignite is after I use it, I can still move. So it doesn't... I can start my turn with the ability and move him to safety if need be. Luckily in this fight, Kunrad is going to be able to take most of the damage for me. As you can see, my damage isn't very effective against the servitor at this level.
Let's set this in motion. Death to the heretics! That's how it's done.
Alright, and that was the
What
first fight.
suspiciously poor timing for such an accident. Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan. I'm afraid I must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
Alright, with the first fight out the way, I think I'm going to end this video for now. However, in the meantime, would you leave a comment below if you would like to see me kind of speed through the story to get to at least Act 3, kind of skip through the dialogue, or would you like me to continue to listen through the dialogue and kind of role play my main character's answers out loud? And with that, have a good one.